Good morning and welcome to Going to Work with Gena, which is an inspiration for STEM students. I'm Dr. Gena Henderson and it's Clean Slate Friday. But I want to talk about something called rites of passage. Rites of passage. That is when um, we are guaranteed to have certain milestones in our life. Like, for instance, a birth, a death, a marriage, a christening. All of those things in the circle of life are rites of passage, okay? But then we have gone on to add other things that are transitional roles, like when we first go off to college or when we graduate from high school, graduating from college, landing our first job, retirement. And so a lot of those things aren't going to be able to happen. And so what we got to do in our new norm is we got to learn how to deal with those issues. So in these rites of passage, there's going to be a lot of virtual things that are going on. Like, for instance, people who are getting married, they're just going ahead and getting married, at the courthouse or maybe have something very small. But when it comes to graduation, as something so simple as a kindergarten graduation or even as an eighth grade dance or a sweet 16 party, we still want to kind of do those things. So what students have been doing is they have been finding these genuine ways where they can go off and create these environments for themselves to make sure that they have their time. So if a senior is graduating from high school, put on your prom dress and go take a picture in the backyard. At least you still have that moment, that memory to capture, okay? So around the country, there will be a lot of virtual graduations that's going to take place. I know at the Florida State University, they will be doing a virtual graduation on May the 2nd. And so will a lot of other institutions. It's our new norm, but it's our way of saying, students, we understand what you're going through. And we are very empathetic about the fact that these are transitional moments in your life. And we want to do as much as we possibly can to make sure that you understand that we care. So I want to thank you for going to work with Gena this morning. We're dealing with rites of passage this morning. And also another thing that I've been doing to understand this rites of passage thing is that I go to a lot of events, and whenever I go to an event, I always buy a t-shirt. So I'm going through as many t-shirts as possible these days to make sure that I can, remind myself of some of the good times that I've had. So I want to thank you for going to work with Gena this morning. If there's any inspirations that you missed, please don't hesitate to go to YouTube, Going to Work with Gena. Have a great week.